Hi guys. So welcome to our programming training YouTube channel. So in this video series, we have started in a previous video. We are going to develop a simple dictionary app. So in this video, we'll start developing the application so that we'll have the functionalities implemented that we have discussed in the previous video. So to do that, let's create the application. So let's open Android Studio. As we have said in the previous video, we are going to develop this project using Android Studio with Java. So if you missed the previous video, please take a look at it before you jump into it, so that you will know the target of this video series. Okay, so start a new Android Studio project. Okay, so in here, I only need empty activity. I don't want any advanced navigations for this project. So next, here we'll have simple dictionary. I used simple formally because we are only supporting a few words, so that's why. So let's change our location. Our location has to be the projects. Sorry, I think I missed something. Let me check. I thought I created a folder structure. Oh, I think it's because of the space in the folder name. Okay, so there you go. Android Studio projects, and we'll create a new folder called simple dictionary here. Okay, so the language is Java. It can be Kotlin, but I'm using Java. So the Android version is Android 4.03 because it's 100% supported. I can increase the version, but it doesn't matter. I can get all the features for this application from Android 4. So I'll concentrate on maximizing the usage percentage. Okay, project location should not contain white spaces. Okay, so this folder has to be renamed. Here I have to change this folder. Okay, now the folder structure is this one, so we don't have any warnings here. So when I click finish, I'll have a brand new project so that I can add all the interface classes and the XML files as well. So Android Studio is configuring the project since it's a first time new project. So it will do a few things to configure the configuration, the build configuration mainly. So let's give it let's give it some time. Okay, I think we are done. So this is our project. Okay, so I think we have a new empty form. So first, let's change the constraint layout. I prefer linear layout so that I can define vertical and horizontal alignments, and I don't need this text view for now. Okay, so we have a new form. We don't need anything here for now, so we can try running our project so that we'll make sure that our new project is created successfully. So let's run our application. So I have already configured virtual device. So let's use this one. Okay, so it will pop up the virtual device. And there we have it. Okay, so it's starting the emulator for the first time, so it's going to take some time. But after this, if you want, when we want to try our application, we don't close the the simulator. Okay, so this is our project. It's simple dictionary. We have nothing inside, so this is what we get. Okay, so let's go to our project. And now what we want is we want to add two activities. So main activity, we have it. It will be used to show the list of words. So we need to add two activities. One is for splash screen. The second one is for searching specific words. Okay, so we can right click on our package, right click in this folder, new activity. So I want empty activity one, empty activity here. So I will call it splash activity. Okay, so it will generate the layout file for me. Activities here. It's going to be launcher activity. Yes, please, because I'm creating this project to be the first activity. I'm creating this activity or adding this activity to be the first activity when I run my application. So I want it to be a launcher activity. But if I create it like this, I can also change it this property in the manifest configuration. Okay, so in the previous versions of Android Studio, it's actually we don't have this functionality when we create or when we add activity. It's a nice feature for the new version. So if you are using an older version of Android Studio, you won't have this option, but it's not. It doesn't matter. You can use the manifest option. Finish. Okay, so just to show you how to change it in the manifest file. So now, as you can see, we have two activities. Both activities are configured as launcher. Okay, we need to fix that. Before we try to fixing that, let's add another activity, new activity. I'm adding the new activity for word searching. Okay, but I'm also adding this activity just to show you the difference between launcher activity and normal activity in the manifest configuration. So in here, I won't check the launcher activity. Here, the name will be search. Okay, click without launcher activity checked. So when I click finish, it will create a new activity, and we can see the list of activities here. Activity, splash activity, and search activity. Did you see our search activity here? So it has nothing, no properties. So if I want to make the main activity as well, I can just remove this property. And let's put it next to it so that I can compare any mistakes I made. It looks like similar, so I'm done with configuring the projects. If we made any problem, we'll detect it when we run the project, so let's not worry much about it now. So now what I can do is I have to implement the splash screen so that after the application run, we'll see a window with advertisements and greetings. It will show up for maximum 2 to 3 seconds, and then it will vanish and it will take us to the main activity or the main form. Okay, so for that I have a code, so let me copy and paste that first, and I will explain the code for you. Okay, so this is the code that we need. What we are doing here is, first let's add context. So it's going to tell me what to do. So Alt Enter. See? So when I click Alt Enter, it will import the context, so the error is gone. What we are trying to do here is we are trying to create a new thread class, and it will sleep for 2 seconds. Okay, 2000, it's counting on milliseconds, so 2000 milliseconds is 2 seconds. So it will sleep for 2 seconds, and after that, this is in here in finally block, we can write our code. What we are trying to do is to open main activity. After the splash screen is shown for 2 seconds, when the splash screen disappears or finishes, we want to see main activity, right? So let's add the main activity here. Okay, so here we can create intent. New intent. It's going to contain the current activity that I'm on and the one to be opened. So main activity dot class. I have to provide both classes. Now start activity. So this function expects intent, and I have already an intent, so I can provide this intent variable as an input. Okay, what is the problem? Can't resolve constructor. This is saying, okay, what is it expecting? What is this expecting? Okay, so for this, I think I can give it a context object. This context object means this means the class I'm in. Okay, right here I created a new thread, so I can't access this object inside this thread, so I declared a constant or a final variable, so I can use that. Okay, so let's try our application, what it does. So now we have connected device because we have already a running simulator. No, we can use that. So opening the emulator and initializing the operating system has already been done. So now it will automatically open our project. See the transaction between two activities. So that's what our splash screen is. Just to make sure, let's go to the layout files, and in the splash, let's add something. So let's change this constraint into linear layout first. Sorry, typing error. Linear layout. Let's go to the design, select it, and let's change the orientation to vertical. Okay, so let's add a text. So let's have a plain text view, two text views actually, this one, and so we have two. So let's go to the text view. I prefer the text view to just simply edit the texts. Okay, so here we can say welcome, and in here simple dictionary version 1.0. Okay, so now for the text properties we can use this option. Okay, we already have the text entered. So let's consider the typeface. So this is going to be a little bit bigger. Can we make it more bigger? Okay, so we can use it here as well. Okay, can't be 2 lines, so let's minimize it a little bit, and let's try to change the view and also the text color. I want it to be dark black, so I can do it like this. Same to here. I just want it to be bold and clean to see. Okay, so this is our splash screen. Let's consider adding margin so that the words don't just cascade to the corner. Okay, so I can say margin, layout margin, just topics 20 dp. I think dp is better. It shows data point, so it's better. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so on the main activity, let's just, okay, so we have an empty activity. Let's just leave it at that. So let's try to run our application one more time. So now we'll see it's installing. So we have our splash screen, and now we have the main page. So in the main page, what we are going to do is we are going to add a list view, and we'll show a list of words here. Just we are going to see, we are going to show all the list of all the words in the dictionary that we have. Okay. In a complicated dictionary with millions of words, it might not be a good decision to show all the records at once on page load, because it will make the system very slow. Okay, but now we are doing a simple dictionary, an example, so we can show all the words here. Also, if you want to make it searchable by default, even on the main activity, we can you can implement the search code that we are going to do next. Okay, so in this project we have seen how to create a project, how to add activities, how to change the launcher activities as well, and also how to implement navigation between two activities, especially with splash screen. We are using timeout functionality. Okay, so this is the start of our application. So in our in our second video, we'll design the main activity part and the search activities, and also in the first video that we have described the functionality of the application that we are going to develop, we say that we will have a list of words in 3 languages in a notepad file. So we are going to put that notepad file in our asset folder, so that our application will read from that text file and store it into the database. So we'll do these tasks in the upcoming videos. So in this video, if you have any questions or any problems while following the video, please write your comments and questions or suggestions in the comment section. And also, if you like it, please hit the like button and share it to your friends. So thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video.
እሺ ስለተከታተላችሁን እናመሰግናለን። ቪዲዮአችንን ከወደዳችሁት ላይክ የምትለዋን ክሊክ አድርጉልን። በተጨማሪም ከታች ኮሜንት ሴክሽን ላይ የተሰማችሁን ስሜት ግለጹልን። አስተያየታችሁን ቅሬታም ካላችሁ ቪዲዮ ላይ የጎደለም ነገር ካለ ቅር ያላችሁ ነገርም ካለ ወይ እንዲጨመር እንዲስተካከል የምትፈልጉትም ነገር ካለ እዚህ ኮሜንት ሴክሽን ላይ ብጽፉልን ይጠቅመናል። አይተን እናስተካክላለን ስህተታችንን። ከዛ በተጨማሪ ለቻናላችን አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ አድርጉ። በዛውም እቺን የደውል ምልክቷን ክሊክ አድርጓት። ይሄ ማለት አዳዲስ ቪዲዮዎች እኛ ስንጨምር ዩቲዩብ ለእናንተ ኖቲፊኬሽን ይልክላችኋል ማለት ነው። እናመሰግናለን።